In the previous class, that was data file handling part 1, we discussed how to create a text file and how to read the content of the text file. Today we will continue our topic data file handling only, part 2, with some more methods and commands. So before that, let us see our notepad file which we used yesterday. I told you it has to be created in this path which was discussed in the first video. I have added one more line to this content. Now my text file has 2 lines. Okay. Now let's come back to Anaconda. This is my piece of code. Okay. Fine. Now you can see this was the command which we learned yesterday. We opened the file story.txt in the read mode, and then we are simply reading it and storing it in a variable called s and then printing s. So by running this command, this will print the whole content of my previous file. One new command which I have added over here is fr.close. That means my file handle fr or the object fr which I had used for reading my text file. I am closing that handle over here. Why am I doing so? Why it is required? Normally, when a program gets over, all the variables created are automatically destroyed or removed. So anyhow, this object will also get removed when once my program gets over. But what if I want to use the same file for different modes, say reading mode, writing mode, append mode, and so on within the same program? So I will have to close my fr handle because it is used just for the reading. With this handle, I cannot write onto the file. So I have to close this and I have to open another handle for writing onto it. So for opening the file handle or the object, I use the command open, and for closing it, I use the command close. Now, otherwise, this program is the same as previous. So now it is showing me the complete content. Now, let us make a little change over here. Instead of read method, I am using read lines method. Now, what is the difference? You can see the comparison over here in the output window. Okay. In previously it was showing the content like this, but now it is showing the content like this. You can see a new line character is also displayed here because this was a non-printable character over here which is not displayed here, but yes, this new line character is displayed here, and you can see that these square brackets are also being used over here. Now what is the advantage and how I can utilize it? We can see it here. Let us suppose I say print length of x. Length of s previously was length of s. If I say it like read and then I say print s, it will show me the content and then it will show me the length, 126 characters. But if I say read line and then now x, instead of storing the read content, it is storing the read line, the return of the read lines method. So the output will be something like this. You can see here it is showing me 2 instead of 126 now. Now what is 2? 2 is the number of lines in my text file. So that means I can also fetch out my information as per my requirement. Now let us try some variations over here. Just to have a different ways of my output. If I say for I in s and then I say print I, you can see sorry, I have to use this method read. Okay, now you can see that this print I, which is in the for loop, is showing me the content of the file alphabet by alphabet or character by character. And then after this content is the output of this command print s and then 126. So if I say read lines, and instead of this, if I remove it here, that will be more visible, more clear to you how the output is coming out. See, now it is showing me the content like this. It is reading the first line and then it is reading the second line and then it is giving me the output like this. So now my content is being read line by line, one line at a time. Okay. Now let me explain you the content which I have written here. That is the next topic which we are going to discuss today. How to write onto the file. Obviously, this method fr is a file object for writing and fw is a file object, or I can say a variable for writing. But writing, I have written a over here. Why a? A is for the append mode. If I'm writing w over here instead of a, now what will happen? Whatever is the content written in my text file already will be overwritten and the new content will be written onto it. But I do not want to remove my previous data, but I want whatever new content I am writing should be written at the end of the previous content. So I will open my file in append mode. Now after that, what content I want to add into my file, I'm going to accept it from the user. So I will say string 1 and then accept it from the user, and whatever value the user has entered is being stored in this variable str1. So str1 I'm passing over here. Obviously the method is fw dot write. Now I'm using a write method over here for the, and what this write method will do, this will write the content of str1 variable onto my file. Which file? Story.txt, which is being handled with the help of the object fw. And after that I'm closing this file. So let us run this program. Obviously my previous content is showing me the output like this, and then it is asking for me to enter a string. Let me enter hello India, and I press enter, and because I have not written any message here, so no message is being displayed over here, but I can check whether my this content is written in my file or not. I can go to my this folder and then open this story.txt. You can see this content is written here. Now, if I'm going to run my program again, I don't want to write further. I'm just making it, converting this code into a multi-line command, and I run it now. So it is showing me the last added content over here. Hello India. So that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.